Hey man, you've got some learning to do, don't you? Today's lesson is partly my lesson and partly a lesson I think someone else learned. And I just read a story about them and I wanted to kind of convey that. And it has to do with having pressure put on you. When you have pressure put on you from an external source, it makes you do something. It pushes you to do something. When that external pressure is no longer there, it's up to you to create internal pressure on yourself to keep that push going. If you don't provide the internal pressure, you have no motivation. There's nothing moving you. A lot of times pressure is the thing we need to get something done in time or to get up and get moving. And if we don't have that pressure, we have no incentive. There's no reason to do anything. If you're in a survival situation and you have all the water and food you need at your fingertips, you have no need to leave your village. But if you don't have water and food at your fingertips, you have to leave. You have the pressure that you need to survive that makes you go and explore. So I found it a couple weeks ago when I first started this, really getting into this project, and I had this free time. It's not that I can't put pressure on myself. I can. It's that I wasn't putting the pressure on myself in the intensity I needed to, in the frequency I needed to. And that's why I had the issue with not having control of time like I wanted to. It was escaping me because I wasn't putting the pressure on myself. And I think if you already have the ability to put the pressure on yourself, it's just more so coming down to the habit of, if you are in the habit of putting the pressure on, you have no problem doing it. But if you ever get out of the habit for a certain amount of time, then it becomes a little more challenging. That's when you have to tie it into those painful moments. So like yesterday, I talked about how I didn't want to make a video, but I felt the pain of having to do something I didn't want to do. And the chances of me getting away from that feeling are increased by me making more progress on the thing I want to do. So if I make another step, if I make a little more improvement towards this goal I want to achieve, then theoretically I move further away from having to do that thing I don't want to do ever again. And that pain of feeling like I'm throwing my time away on something that I don't want to do, that pain is what pushes me just a little bit more to do something else that I should be doing. So creating that pressure on yourself is necessary to take things to the next level. And one of the best ways to create that pressure is find some pain. Find some painful moment in your past or in your present, or project it in your future that's going to make you act now. Put that pressure on yourself so you don't sleep in another 10-15 minutes. You get up and you do something. So you don't waste your time scrolling through your phone, surfing some website, when you could be getting down to business, when you could be taking action on that thing you need to be doing. Those minutes that we throw away, those seconds that we throw away, add up. And they turn into hours, and those hours turn into days, and those days turn into weeks, and those weeks turn into months, and those months turn into years. And before you know it, time is gone. What do you have to show for it? Put that pressure on yourself.